Hey, how's it going?
All right, how you doing? Back again?
Yeah, after the holidays of Thanksgiving, was back to WordPress Wednesday.
Yeah, got a couple weeks break, and so hopefully we're fresh.
Either that or brain dead, one or the other, huh?
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Did you get to do any WordPress stuff while you were on the break?
Actually, I did. I have a couple of little easy things, and actually, I think for a future one. Another episode, we've been working on a site that I'd like to show when we're done with it. It's a shopping cart thing that we worked, but not today. But once we get it all up and nice and working, I think it's a pretty good plug-in.
Okay, all right, that sounds good.
So the first one that I'm actually going to show is, I was on this site the other day, and there was this cool little thing, and I don't use them a whole lot on my sites. It's their tags that you can tag certain posts or pages, and what it is it works for search. So if you're doing let's see, recipes, you can put a tag on your recipe that is, apples and crust and stuff. If you're making an apple pie. They're just tags that people can search for to find things, so it doesn't have to search your whole post. I don't do that a whole lot personally, but I think it's a really good thing to do because search engines will look for that.
And the other thing that's good for is when people are on your site and there's that little search bar on your site, and they click search, it will use those tags as a way to search.
As one of the searches. But this one was more cool because it's just a neat looking plug-in, and I was on this other site. So basically, here's my home page. I'm gonna go to my dashboard, and we will go to dashboard, and there it is.
So that's kind of cool. Somehow we've got
the dashboard
computer behind the desk.
It's under a live set, I think.
We'll figure that one out.
It's probably input setup.
Oh, yeah, I'm working on it.
Oh.
Oops.
There we go.
So anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and zoom in here a little bit. So we go to the dashboard, and zoom out. And I'm going to go under Appearance, Widgets. And it's going to go to the widget page. So under here, I've got the search bar now. And so I want to add this search, and it's called 3D Tag Cloud. So I'm going to drag that into my widget area. I'm going to put it up above the search. And then that's that. So we go back to the home page. And right down here, it's got this cool, and I don't have any, I just made up a bunch of tags showing there's a sample. But if you go to the home page, you can see let me see if I can zoom
What's
in.
the term for that called?
It's a tag cloud.
Tag cloud.
And what it is these are all the tags. If I had more, it would put all the tags in there. And it will actually change the size of the type. So if some tags are getting searched a whole lot, the word gets bigger. So let's say everybody's coming to your site and they're looking for short codes, or somebody searches that 50 times, the word short code is going to be bigger than the other one. So as you get irrelevant stuff that nobody's looking for, it's going to be smaller. Now I haven't had enough people searching this or anything because it's just my test site. But I just thought it was very cool looking little toy, really, is what it is.
It is, yeah, I know.
But if you don't have a whole lot on your site, this one I think you can. The one I saw, I think they adjusted it, but it was very cool because it was on a black background and they were like neon type. And also, as you can see, as they get further back, they get lighter, so it looks really 3D looking.
Yeah.
You
That
know,
is kinda
basically,
cool.
it's a toy. So
Yeah. All right. Well, cool. And we're going to check to make sure that we're still streaming on air, that the streaming button is going. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you one of the sites that I had. When you kind of showed me that, you were saying, hey, if your site doesn't have much going on, you can add
Yeah.
this. So when I first started using WordPress, I was always worried that there wasn't enough going on.
Right.
And so it reminded me of a site that I created. It was one of my first WordPress sites. And consider etiquette. I just can't spell etiquette, though. Consideretiquette.com. Oh, good.
oh, that's kind of nice.
Yeah, I thought it was a cool site. And so the first thing I did was I thought, oh, I don't really got much going on. So I put the nav bar on the side.
Right.
Okay, I mean, can you see where I'm going with this one?
Yeah.
I've got a calendar, which I thought, hey, this is cool. I'll put a calendar inside. But do you know what this really is supposed to be for? Whenever you create a post, it will put a little underline under the
Oh,
days.
so that you know that there's posts in
Yeah.
there. Okay.
I thought it was just a calendar.
Okay.
I'm like, oh, cool calendar. And then we got this this little recent visitors things, and it shows where all the visitors are at.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
But you know what it doesn't do is it doesn't differentiate between spammers and scammers and stuff
Oh,
like that.
okay.
So it really doesn't do anything.
So you got this big cluster of Russian
That's
people from
right.
Russia.
Yeah, that's right. You can see here's oh, look at that, the Liverpool and stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, that's kind of cool.
And I wanted to show you, let me see if I can, oh, the faux pas blog, that's right. So the last faux pas blog was in 9 November 2012. Oh, you can't even see it. It's not that it's underlined. You see how 9 is the green? You can't even barely see it.
Oh, right, okay.
So 9 is green. If I would have clicked on 9, it shows me all the posts
The
were on
posts with the
9.
9.
But one of the things, let me go back to the faux pas blog, and I'm going to show you, this was like a little comical thing. Scrolling all the way back down to the bottom right, obviously this was done, a Swedish designer created this free theme,
Oh, okay.
because instead of saying previous post, it says, Vorhirig and I never fixed that. But you know what, I mean, it goes to the whole thing is, when you're paid $100 to do a site,
Yeah.
you can't expect the world, and I can't expect to give my clients the world for $100. So
Yeah.
I thought this was very good for the price the person paid. They got a really good looking site.
Yeah, and with the templates out there, you know, you can have a nice looking site, even
Yeah.
if it doesn't have much stuff on, just because the templates are, you know, there's designers out there designing them, and they don't have to be custom. And let's see what else. There was another plugin that I was playing with that's kind of cool if you have a lot of pages and you're targeting different things. And what it is, it's a widget. It's a better user interface for your widgets.
Better user interface.
It works a little bit different. I'll show what it is. Okay, so we've got on all our pages, I've got the search and this little tag cloud thing here. And if I go to every page, there it is, search, because basically that's what the widget is. You want your items all in there. This plugin is, it's like an added item, plugins, and it was called, down here at the bottom, Vos something, post widgets.
Oh,
And I don't know if you can see that here. And so that's the plugin that I'm using. And what it allows you to do is if you go to a page, like let's say I'm going to go to my contacts. Let me show you the widgets first. So here's our main widgets. Primary is that 3D cloud, that's search. So I can just pull the search out and it won't be on any of the pages or anything. Now you've got a secondary widget area. So I'm going to go to a page. Let's see, I'm just going to go to my, and again, this is my website for just testing stuff out. So I'm going to go to Contact Me page. And it's got the cloud thing here and the search. Well, I'm going to edit this page. Go up on your control bar, hit edit. And if you scroll down, it's got the 4 different widget areas down here. Available sidebars, primary, secondary, or up in the header. So what I can do is I'm going to go to secondary, and what I want to put there is my, I'll put a calendar there. So I drop that in, calendar, it's going to be a little thing. So now when I save this page, and we'll go to the site, updating, okay.
You're in 1024 by 768, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if I go to my home page, all of them still have the search, still have that tag cloud. But if I go to the contact me site page, it's got that plus the calendar. So you can add a widget on individual pages.
And what was that plugin called?
It's called VOCE. I don't know if that's a person's name. Well, let's go back and see.
Rock. That's the...
Yeah. And so you can, I'll add another one. The plugin.
Yeah,
Here's that.
I'll show you which one.
Yeah, it's VOC voice something post widgets. So I'm going to go back to that page, and this is kind of a colon too. So you could. I'm going to go to contact me and edit that page, but now I want to add another thing up in my. So you go down here, select. I want to add it to the header, and what that does is it assigns this box here where you put, this is where you put the widgets in. Well, I want this add squares, which I showed that one a couple weeks ago. And I'm going to update the page. View page. So now, up in my header, I've got those ads that we were the widget, and I didn't set this widget up to the one that had my own ads in it. But basically, that'll put it up in the header if your theme allows that. And then I still have this custom page with the calendar in it, the search, the tag cloud. But if I go to any of my other pages, it's not there. So you can kind of control what you want on that.
Let me show you one that I got. I did the same concept, but I used a different technique. By the way, I'm using that WordPress multi-site.
Oh, right.
It's great if you want to just do what are called brochure sites, meaning it's a 1 or 2 page site.
Right.
Don't use it if you have any heavy stuff going on.
Anything more, because you change one, it affects everything.
Well, I think
or is it install the same plugins on everybody?
That's that. But what I think is more my problem is that if the plugin developer didn't write their plugin for multi-site, it doesn't work exactly right. So
yeah, I've seen that on other things where it says this plugin is written for multi-site.
Right. So
and now they got. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say now I've been noticing it, and I looked it up a little bit. I'm not really, but now it says multi-site and BuddyPress.
Yeah, BuddyPress.
And I don't know what that BuddyPress. I looked at it. It's kind of a forum thing or something, right?
I think it's a theme.
Oh, is it?
Oh,
okay.
It's a theme that's that you pay for, and I think you even pay for the service. And
okay.
So I installed a plugin called Per Page Widgets, and I'll show you even on multi-site what I didn't like about it is when I'm in this admin area, I have to go to my network admin to look at the plugins. But when I go to one of the sites, like Mark Stiving's site, and if I look at the plugins, it won't show that plugin, even though I know it's installed.
Oh.
It's just hidden. But I know it's installed because I can go to the different
Another
pages.
site.
No, I can go to the pages and I'll show you what I see. Posts, where's pages? Okay. Now, what I wanted, let me actually show you the site and I'll show you what I was trying to accomplish. Well, that sure didn't help. There we go. So this is markstiving.com. And notice how he's got, let me give you a smaller view of it. He's got a sidebar area, and it says subscribe to the pricing perspective. Let's connect.
Okay.
And on his consultation page, he got the same sidebar. On his newsletter page, he has the same, or he has a little different sidebar here. But on his impact pricing, but on his blog page, he wanted to have the the archives.
Oh, okay, right.
So he wanted all those archives on his blog page. So unfortunately, with WordPress, WordPress doesn't let you do anything with that blog page. And if you've ever seen this one, whatever page you call the blog page, it doesn't matter what you put on here. See, like I've got all this text. If you designate that page as a blog page, WordPress don't care. It's going to just ignore all that text and put whatever you want. Does that make sense? I'm sorry, let me say that again.
What it wants.
Yeah, so you can put as much text, pictures, and anything you want on the blog page itself.
Right.
But when you designate that page as the blog page, WordPress will ignore what you've typed in there and put the posts all on that page.
Okay, so
It becomes
it's like an archaic blog
yeah,
from when they first designed it.
well, that's just the way they did it. Yeah, you have to designate a page.
So if you name it blog, and then you designate it,
you have to.
it's an option off to the side, right?
Yeah, there's a settings on the settings side. Where's the settings? Under reading, it says.
Oh, right.
Front page to stays a static page, and it says post page, and you can identify which page. You can
Right.
call it whatever you want.
Oh,
you can call
okay.
it Frank or Joe, or I just call it blog.
It's calling it blog. Right,
But when you do that, whatever's on that page gets ignored.
and it just lists your posts. Okay.
Right. So I couldn't customize the widgets on that page. So what I ended up having to do was I had to create the default widgets how I wanted the blog to look. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then I had to go to every page of the website and customize, and I'll show you what I had to do there.
Oh.
So, like for example, I went to About, and he's got like 7 pages. On the About page, there is a per page widget. This is the same thing you did, right?
Okay. Right.
And I can choose a special, and I can sidebar 1 is special, and click Edit Page, and I add the widgets right here, just like yours.
Okay.
But I'm doing it from within the page itself.
The page itself, so it's creating its own widget.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's kind of what yours is doing, huh?
Yeah, basically the same thing.
Yeah, so.
But it will, it will not overwrite what's on the main widgets.
That's right.
So you can't say this page, I want the main widgets out. You have to.
Oh, really?
I don't think so. Let me.
On the one that I got, it starts a brand new widget area.
Oh, okay. This one I think is just taking the widget areas that are already there
And it adds to
and
it?
they add to it.
Oh, okay.
So you can add things like I didn't have anything in the heading, in the header widget section. So there was nothing there, so I could add it on that page. But otherwise, if I take the search out, I can't take it out on that individual page.
Ah, I see. Well, you know what time it is.
Break time, I'll switch
It's time
over.
for a break, huh?
Yeah.
Well, in about a minute, we'll take a break, but I wanted to just kind of wrap up what we were talking about today.
Okay.
So we were just kind of going over some of the basic stuff of WordPress, and some of the little things that we found fun this week were, number one, Bob found a nice little Tag Cloud plugin. The Tag Cloud plugin allows you to advertise to the people that are visiting your site which tags of your posts are the most important to the people that have been there. And it identifies them by creating bigger font sizes.
And when you click on that, it will take you to the list of posts that have that tag.
Yeah. We talked about a couple of plugins that were, both Bob and I use the same type of plugin where it's a per page widget. And then also I was able to show one of the first sites that I did to fill in the gap
Fill in
of
little spots.
So there you go. But now I think it's time. Let's
Okay.
hit a break and enjoy a little bit of humor from Teresa Widdowson.
Hey, Apple. Apple. Hey. Hey, Apple. Hey. Apple. Hey, Apple. Hey, Apple. Apple. Hey. Hey, Apple.
What? What is it?
Orange, you glad I didn't say apple again?
Yeah, that joke was funny the first 400 times you said it.
Hey, Apple.
What?
You look fruity.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Hey, Apple.
What?
Can you do 10 push-ups in 10 seconds?
What kind of question is that? I don't even have arms. How am I gonna do one push-up?
Hey,
What?
Apple.
What?
Can you do this? No. Try it.
No, stop it. Okay, you've made your point. Stop it. Would you please be quiet? For crying out loud, would you stop yammering for longer than 3 seconds? I can't even hear myself think.
Hey, Apple.
What?
Knife.
Huh?
Ooh. Oh, I warned you. Ow. Oh, that looks like it hurts. Tried to warn him. Hey, Pear.
Oh, God.
No, I know, it's so silly. Really think about it?
Yeah, I can't believe it.
Oh, that's pretty silly.
Oh, it's such a nice day.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, speak for yourself. You're not crammed in this bag. Move over, dude. Why don't you move over and stop being such a fluffy face? Whoa, you kiss your mom with that mouth?
Oh, that's it. Yeah, whatever.
Whoa,
Yeah,
whoa,
yeah, let's go.
Whatever,
On that
dude.
one, buddy.
Yeah, whatever.
Hey, put me down. What the? Hey,
Where are they taking Steve?
Dude,
Where's Steve
God,
going?
Put me down.
All right, we're back.
We're back.
So
Changing partners.
yeah, doing the swap up. So, well, you were on a break as well. So-
Yeah, I was on
But
a
you had a
break.
pretty busy break.
I had a busy break. Well, you guys were.
Yeah, we were
you know,
here
you were
too.
here too. We shot the confessional, and I'm in the editing phase now, so I'm all excited. It's coming together. I get to see what was envisioned in my brain actually, you know,
Starting to come together.
coming together as a film. It's really weird because when you see it in a screenplay and you see it in writing, that's one step, and you think, oh yeah, this could be cool. But then you see it actually acted out, and it's even different. And you're like, or at least for me, when it's done, you know, well, I had some great actors and a great crew. So I'm, you know, watching the edit come together, and I'm just,
it's
it
gonna
looks
be-
so good. Anyway. So I hope everybody
Very
likes
fun.
it when I'm done. I have a long way to go. It's just a rough cut is done,
Yeah.
but a lot of tweaking and music and all that stuff. Anyway,
All right,
so I've
cool.
kind of been away from WordPress, so you'll
Okay.
have to forgive me if I flounder around it more than usual. I know I normally
that's-
flounder around anyway, but
Okay, yeah, well, let's see what you got.
well, I came upon this neat little thing which I haven't tried, and I thought we could all try together here on
Okay.
live TV, so you know it's going to go perfectly well.
Yeah.
But you know, I did a lot of tables when I put together the Poppy Jasper Film Festival website, and wow, that's time consuming. You know, to do all the tables cell by cell, and so what I found was this neat little plugin called WordPress Table Reloaded. And so we're going to just look for it. I haven't even installed it or anything, and it just dawned on me I may not have anything to put in it, but we'll just see. Maybe I can put something together.
This is
pretty
your
quickly.
website?
Yeah, I went to my website. I
So
thought,
you've got, you could copy some text and,
well, yeah,
pictures or
we'll get to
something,
that
so-
and we'll see what happens. But so I'm going to go to my plugin section right here, and I'm going to do Add New, and I'm going to look for WP Table Reloaded, and hopefully it will come up and be there for me. There it is. Look, first thing. Yay.
all right.
Okay, so I'm going to install it. Everybody remembers how to do that from our previous shows. Just click install right there. And am I sure? Yes, I'm sure. And then it will load it in the background. And
So just a short description, so what does this plugin
it
actually help
allows
do?
you to, I'm going to activate it right here. It allows you to go into like Excel or some other program like Word or whatever spreadsheet program you maybe use, make your table there, then you export out a comma delineated
Oh, okay.
list, so it's called like a CSV,
Yeah.
comma separated something.
The list.
List, comma separated list. What's it called, Jim?
Value.
Value,
Right,
comma
okay.
separated value, that's what Jim's here for. And so you export it that way, and then you can import it into your table
Into this
here
plugin.
and
Oh.
do all kinds of wonderful things with it. That's the way it's supposed to work. So, and people rave about it. So let's see. So here it is. I installed it, so it should show up right there. WP table reloaded. Okay, so I'm going to maybe, let's see, do I know how to do this in Jim's computer? I'm going to start a Excel. Do you have Excel on this thing? Oh, he does. Good. I'm going to bring up. I'm going to in a second. Their Office Excel. I use that a lot to create tables, and we'll just create a table of.
I've got one if you want to try it.
Oh, you do.
It's got a lot of information in it.
Oh, okay. How much a lot? Let's just make a
It's-
very basic, simple
Okay,
table
yeah.
here. We'll just say things in life, and then we'll put I like, I hate. How's that? Okay. So I'm going to make that a little bigger. Okay, so things in, oh, well, that's a stupid table name, isn't it? Okay, that's all right. Let's see, cats, I like. Dogs, I like. Let's see, snakes. Yeah, not so much. And let's see, one more. We'll do one more just to keep it very simple. Spiders. They're kind of in between, but I'll just put hate just to make it interesting. Okay, so there it is. And now I'm going to
Save as.
save as. Is that what I want to do?
Yeah.
File. I'm have to forgive me. I'm used to the Mac now. We're gonna say I haven't done it in so long.
Very bottom.
Save. Okay, so I'll just save it as simple list,
And then change the
and I'll change
option
it
there
to
to CSV.
oops, to CSV. Yada yada yada. There's okay. We're just gonna scroll down, and look at all the options, and there's text delineated. CSV, there it is, comma delineated. Actually, they call it.
And why don't you save it on the
limited.
desktop just so it's easy?
Oh, okay, thank you, good idea. Okay, simplelist.csv, I'm going to hit save. And that's okay, I don't want multiple sheets, just the active sheet. Yeah, okay, whatever. Okay, so we'll just reduce that just in case I made a mistake. Okay, and now here's the part that I actually don't know how to do. I haven't ever actually used it. So let's go back up to the settings and see if, capture pics, manage flows. Maybe we ought to read the documentation.
Oh,
What do you
you
think?
could do that, or try creating a new page.
Oh,
and
what
see
a
if there's an
concept.
option there.
Oh, that's so smart. See, it's been so long, I didn't even think about doing that. Okay, pages, where are my pages? There they
I
are.
think you can even
Add
go up
new.
here. Add new.
Oh, okay, yeah, I could have done that. So I'm going to go add a new page, and there it is, coming back up, and I'll just say table test page. And then maybe,
Scroll down and there might be options there.
let's see, page attributes. This is when, they always say read the
Yeah,
manual.
yeah.
No, we don't want to read the manual, we just want to see if we can get it to work right. It might actually be in the menu bar. Let's see, how can I make that smaller? No?
No, it won't show up there. You could
Okay, well, let's see. Let's add a table.
try going to insert
Insert? Insert.
up here.
Oh, up here, insert.
Because you're going to have to
Oh,
upload
that's
it
true.
anyhow.
But this is the media library, though, isn't it? It wouldn't be up
It's
here.
documents and media.
Ah.
So from file.
Oh, you're so smart. Select files. Okay, and we'll go to simple list. Open. And
it will
can
add
you
it
come
to-
back to
to-
the computer here, Jim? And so here it is. And yeah, well, maybe there's nothing to see. That didn't quite work, did it? Why don't we go read the manual?
Yeah, okay.
Or what do you think? Let's go read the manual. See, I knew I'd flounder around a little bit with it. So we'll go back over here. This is a good review of how
Of
to.
this tip.
Yeah, this tip that we did a few weeks ago of how to find out about your plugins and how they work. So I went back to my plugins installed list, and I'm going to scroll down to my WP table reloaded, and I'm going to go to documentation.
Actually, there's a couple ways. If you go over to your dashboard, this is the quickest way.
Okay, my dashboard.
Go back up to the dashboard.
Okay.
And the pull out, put your mouse over the plugin.
Oh,
And it's
plugin.
down. It should be down.
Oh, right here it is.
And go editor.
Oh, editor, that's right. See, I needed a refresher on that tip. It's been so long since I've used it. That one actually did have a documentation section, which they don't always have. So maybe we might have been
but
able
that's
to.
the documentation. It's probably on their website.
Oh, that's
link out to the
probably true.
website.
So then,
So up at the top,
up
then
at the
you'll
top, let's see, read
you'll
me.
select.
There we go.
No, actually, up
Oh,
above
that's a
that, you
Kismet. Oh,
drop
right,
down
right.
and then select your
There it is.
There it
WP
is.
table reloaded.
and click that, and then go
And select, right?
Select.
Yeah, I really did need a refresher, didn't I? Took a couple
No.
weeks off, and wow,
know,
you
it's-
forget everything you knew. Thank goodness we have this program. Okay, so now
It
I'm
looks like
going
it does
to-
a lot because there's a lot of files. But
Looking
probably closer to the bottom is going
for
to be
the
README.
README right there. Reloaded README right there. Okay, so I'm going to click that. Oh, you couldn't really see that, could you? Very well. It's kind of tiny. Okay, so it says WP description. Starting a new more information. Oh, in German. Installation. Manual installation.
You can pass all that.
Frequently asked questions. Where can I get more? Usage. Here we go. That's what we're looking for. After installing, you can add import via the WP table reloaded screen, which appears under the Tools section in your admin menu. Okay, so I go to my admin. I might need your help here, Bob.
Okay.
Keep on going down.
Keep going down.
Let's see, tools.
And we're looking for the admin.
Right there. WP
Oh, here it is,
reloaded.
tools. Oh, look at that, tools, WP table reloaded. Okay, let's see if we can get this. So this is a list. Oh, add a new table. Look at that, yay.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna, oh, or do I need to import a table?
Table name.
Oh,
I know what it's
yeah,
doing.
wait, we don't want to do this. We
yeah,
want
you
to
could do
import
that.
a table, because I already created a table.
Oh, yeah.
That's creating another table from scratch. So we want to import a table, and then we're going to choose a file, and this is simplelist.csv. Click open and import the table.
Now, what it's probably going to do, I'm just taking a guess here,
Uh-huh.
is this plugin is going to create basically like a post that
Mm-hmm.
is a table, and then you insert the post,
Oh,
or
okay.
you insert the table, but it's essentially
Well, now here, see, this
post.
is what I read about it, is that it has all these great little options. So there's the table ID, it gave it a table ID, and there's the contents in the table right there.
Right.
There's the table.
and it looks like you can edit it.
So you can edit it if you really decided, well, now that I imported it, I don't like what I did. And you can manipulate the data. You can hide selected rows,
Insert images.
swap rows, combine cells in a row, style it in all kinds of different ways. Every second row has an alternating background color. That's
so you
great.
can do
Yeah, like almost
Formatting
like in
like
Cell,
that.
the different kind of, the different kind of formats, auto formats. And then you can do, JavaScript features. Oh, that's right, that's one of the things I liked about it, is you could sort it. Okay, so now that we've got it, how do we install it? Here we go. Moving and swapping columns. To insert the table into a page, copy the shortcut code.
table.
Shortcode.
How
It's a short
simple is
code.
that?
That's easy.
It's
All right,
table ID.
so I'm going to copy that short
And what's your
code.
table ID is?
One.
One,
So it's already in there. It's already one. Great.
So you could create a new one. It's going to give you a, table ID for it. So you could create a whole bunch of tables.
And so I'm going to go back to my page. I'm just going to hit back until I get back to my new page that I made, maybe. Okay, a little bit further. There it is. And simple table, and then I'm just going to put the short code in right there and save the page. Well, maybe we should preview it, huh?
Something different.
Let's preview it.
Okay.
So I'm
I
gonna
wonder
preview
what
the
the
page.
backslash is, or forward slash.
Yeah, no, I saw that in there. I was curious about it. And there it is.
There it is.
So there's the table.
Very cool, and I'm sure under all those options you can put the size of the output size of the table. That's
Yeah, I
the
hope
default.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could go.
Oh, there was a lot of controls.
Yeah, we
there,
could play
so-
around with it. We could go back over into the tools, into WP Table Reloaded. Now we know how to get there right away.
Yeah.
And there's the table, so I can click on that table and do Edit, Simple List. And now let's just make it look a little bit different and see what it will, then if we reload the table, will it automatically.
Where the sizes.
So let's do highlight a row by changing the color when a mouse hovers over it. That's cool.
Okay, yeah.
And the last row of your table is the table footer. Circle cache table.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
What's that?
You can swap columns.
Oh, okay, let's swap the columns too. So we'll swap columns A and B. And I'm assuming I have to click swap. Oh.
Oh, probably, yeah.
Well, you may change the content table, not yet save them. Oh, stay on the page. I want to save
And then
it.
just save all your
Okay,
changes.
so now on the bottom I say
Link.
update changes.
Yeah.
That's good. We'll just see what
Okay,
it does.
yeah, I was looking to see if you could actually change the.
Oh, yeah, you may be able to. The
Size.
size. So now we'll go back over here to my page and we'll refresh it. And let's see if it changed it so that when you hover over it, you can flip back over there. We'll wait for it to refresh. And see now when we hover over it, it should change
Oh,
color.
yeah.
There it is.
Very cool.
Woohoo!
So that's kind of a cool program,
I like it.
or plugin.
Well, I did so many tables, I'm not exactly sure this would do what I wanted it to do, but possibly.
But this would be really good, I think, for, if you use a lot of tables just for,
Well, lists. Oh,
Yeah.
that was the other thing, actually. I forgot about that. I was going to see what it did. Let's see. How do I get back to where I was?
so people do a lot of things in the spreadsheets, like in Excel, just keeping lists of, here's people's names and their,
Oh,
if
yes.
you want, members or something, you could have names with their phone number or something. Let's say
Right.
like, and you've already done all your work in Excel.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
just put it in your site.
Yeah, especially you've already done your work.
Like,
Now,
like for instance, like the Poppy Jasper website, you could, like we have all our volunteers who were working that weekend, and you could still give everybody a password, make a password protected page, and put everybody's phone number on there.
right.
and-
Oh, that's great.
So only the volunteers can get to it, but if you're on your phone, it's like, oh, I forgot how to get a hold of this person.
Right.
You just go on your phone, go to that page, type it in, and there's your list.
Yeah, that's good. And now the other thing that you can do, which I'm assuming it's an option that I didn't pick, was you can sort. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, yeah, there we go. So see how it's sorted?
Oh, right, okay.
So you can sort each column, which is what I really liked. So if
Oh,
you,
that's
yeah, isn't that great?
a
So-
really cool.
It works for me. So that's all. That's the main tip I had today. So hopefully we
Yeah,
have more
that's a
stuff.
good one. I know we need to start making a list of
I
all
know.
these
Wait.
plugins
Did I go
and-
over that tip already?
Yeah.
Or have one show that's just a review of everything.
Yeah.
But I think it's time for another break, and we have
Well,
some other cool little videos that I
Yeah.
pulled off
Oh, okay,
of.
and we're going to do a
YouTube.
switch again, and I think I have another site that I'm going to be working on. A friend of mine's recording an album. So
Oh,
we're going to do a
nice.
website for that. And I think what I'm going to do is helping him out with it, is maybe a short little section each week as from a beginner's perspective.
Ooh, what
Because
a
we've
great
done
idea.
reviews, but it's like next week I say, okay, I've already set up WordPress, but here's how you do it real quick. And then
Yeah, and if you're
here's how
going to
you
do
make
it
a
from
page.
scratch, what do you do?
Right, and explaining to people, so, we go to some of these more advanced things, but
Mm-hmm.
that way there's kind of a review of some of the simple things that people can use.
I think that's a great idea. Well, I'm going to talk about MHAT too when we come back, but I think now it's time for a little break,
Okay.
some more funny videos.
I just couldn't stop thinking about it. Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah. So, I went to the fridge and I opened up the meat drawer. You know what the meat drawer is, right?
Yeah. What was in there?
Well, I'll tell you what was in there. You know that bacon that's like maple? It's got maple flavor.
The maple kind, yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I took that out and I thought,
Yeah.
I know who would like that. Me. So I ate it.
Oh, no. You're kidding me.
Nope. Not kidding. I also noticed there was some beef in there. Yeah, steak, juicy. Well, I ate that too. But I went back to the fridge just a few minutes ago and I put something together really special. You're going to love this one. I took some chicken.
Yeah.
I put some cheese on it. And I covered it with...
Covered it with what?
I covered it with cat treats.
Yeah.
Then guess what?
What?
I gave it to the cat.
I love that video. Uh-oh, we got extra echo going on in the control room, and there we go.
There we go.
I saw that a few years ago. I can't remember how long ago, but I thought that was so funny. That
It
dog,
was.
that face.
I liked it too. I thought
And
that was
whoever did the voice, it was just perfect.
I know.
That was great.
That was good.
So you have tips, tricks?
Tips, tricks, and automobiles. You know what? I don't know if I have tips or tricks, but we were talking before we started WordPress Wednesday, you and I, and you wanted to do an update to the website for MHAT. Mm-hmm. And so you asked me what the user ID is.
Right.
And that's so 2010.
Oh, am I behind the times?
You are.
2010, oh my
That's
goodness,
right.
that's a year ago.
Because, and I only say that because it's caught me off guard so much too. The way the world has changed is everything that's a login now is tied to a person. So instead of saying, what's the login for the website?
What's the username?
No, it's actually, the real question is, can I have a login?
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah.
So what I
Well, I
did...
knew I could have a login.
Yeah. Because
I'm just giving myself a break here.
the concept there is that, and the reason why it's like that is, so that way, all of the changes that are made that I make, we can track them back to me, and then changes that you make, you can track them back to you. And
Which can be a blessing and a curse.
I know.
Because you go in and you go, what were they thinking when they put this page in there, Or why did they do this, Then you can either say, correct it or, say great job, hopefully, is what you're really saying.
But where that's tripping us up, especially folks like you and I that have been around for at least a few years, is we're so used to the term the admin account. What's the admin account?
Yeah.
And so we would think of the account name as administrator. Mm-hmm. Well, now the whole concept has changed is that instead of there being an admin account, they say your account can be assigned admin privileges.
Right.
So it's kind of like swapped around.
And it was kind of always the case. I mean, if you
Probably.
look at computers, because actually I was looking at that today. We had a problem on one of our computers at school, at work, and we had to call the IT person because he was the only one that had the privileges to, go on and fix this problem. But he could have assigned my login with the administration privileges to be able to fix the problem as well. But I didn't have those. But it was the whole thing, with what you're saying about it was a different login, and but he could have assigned those privileges to me. So even back before we kind of look at it differently, we should have still done it that way. We just
I
didn't.
think you're right. I think it was always intended to be that way, and we just all got used to doing it that way. the old
Admin
way.
does this.
That's right.
Other people do other things that don't, break anything.
And there was one
basically.
master admin account, and everybody shared that admin account.
And
All
of course, with WordPress, if now almost anybody can break anything they want to,
I know. So it really doesn't matter.
which is great, though.
Well, come on over to my screen there, Mr. Producer, and I will show you how I'm going to add Teresa onto WordPress. So I'm logged into MHAT's WordPress account, and on the left-hand side, there's a thing that's called Users. I'm going to click on that word Users. Oh, look at that. Bob's got the expando thing going. So now I'm on the Users page. I'm going to expand this up. And at the very top of the Users page, do you see the word that says Add New? Right in the center of the screen. That's what I'm going to click. I'm going to click Add New. And you know what? Let me go back because I want to look at the existing users to see that you're not already there.
Ah,
I see none.
no.
Okay.
Who's on there? Anybody important?
We got admin.
Oh, admin. Who is that? Nobody.
Info at mhat.tv. Yeah. We do have that special account.
Ah,
so
okay.
it's always a backup.
That's funny.
Bob, Francois, Jack, Jim Freeze. So Jim is me. And then MHAT. And then...
MHAT. Who's MHAT?
Oh,
It's the same person as admin, right?
No, it's a subscriber. It looks like somebody was just dorking around on the site and said, hey, I'd like to try something.
Now might be a good time to clean up the user IDs, too.
What
Or
will
not.
we do with it?
I want to know.
Delete that
it?
one?
Yeah, don't really need MHAT, right? Kind of hard to track who MHAT is.
All right, here we go. It's
I
gone.
don't know. Is it gone? Okay.
Let's
Executive decision made.
Yeah. Okay. And then, now by the way, come back to me, Bob. So sometimes I get scared of doing that, right? Like, uh-oh,
I know.
whose authority is this one? But I'll tell you what, Bob's the president of MHAT. Teresa's on the board of directors, and I'm the treasurer on the board of directors.
No,
so,
no, you're the secretary.
Oh, the secretary, that's right.
You
Secretary.
just want to control the money.
Well, maybe either that or I just don't even care about it. So between the three of us, I would say, yeah, that's
we
privilege
can make
enough.
we can make that executive
And
decision.
really, for the most part, when it comes to websites and WordPress, feel comfortable doing whatever you want. Okay, let's get back to adding a new user. So I showed you this add new little link. Click on that one. First thing it asks me is a username. So I'm just going to put your name as Teresa.
Okay.
Is that a good username, or do you want Teresa Widowson?
Oh, no, don't do Teresa. Do, I'll never remember that, T. Widowson, even though it's my name.
Widowson.
TWIDDOWSON.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And your email is?
Let's do, I don't want to do my personal email. Let's do digitalmoonstudios@gmail.com. That way, whenever I log in, it's my business doing it, not me.
There you go.
Same thing.
And your website would be Digital Moon Studios.
digitalmoonstudios.com.
Do you know why it's asking for your website?
No, I don't know.
All right. The reason why it's asking for your website is because if Teresa ever creates a post on this site and it lists her name, when you click on her name, it'll show the attributes of her, and it'll be able to see that, oh, Teresa is associated with Digital Moon Studios.
Oh, that's great. I'm glad it
And
does
that gives you a
that.
little bit of juice on Google,
Yeah.
too, because it creates that cross-link.
Yeah. The more links you have, the more opportunity Google has to find you and move you up on the search list.
Yes.
So that's a good thing.
Okay, so the next thing it's asking me is password. So, Teresa, I'm going to give you the password. I'm going to give you the word password, okay?
Okay.
Which means that between now and whoever's watching TV that's actually really
Yeah.
cares.
I'm sure everybody's going to go log on and mess our site up while we're sitting here. I don't think
You're
so.
going to log in with password,
I'm
and you're
gonna
going to
log in,
change your
and I'm gonna
password, and
change
you're going to show them how to do that too.
Right.
Okay, so we got two things, and I'm going to give you the role of administrator.
Yay. I feel so important.
All right, so I've now added Teresa as a user, And now she's going to go ahead and she's going to, on her computer,
And you saved?
it's all saved.
Okay.
She's gonna
So
log
I
in.
go here. Do we have a login at the bottom of the screen?
We
Let's
do. It's
see.
on the right-hand side.
It's on the right-hand side, which is over here. Okay, programming login.
We just called it that because we didn't want anybody to touch it.
Okay, it's not.
I think you're in it. Just start typing. Oh, you have to type in there.
Oh, I'm in it? No, nothing happening there. Let me reload the page. Maybe I did something strange. Okay. Yeah, that's not working.
Isn't that funny?
Isn't
Go ahead
that
and just do /wp-admin. I think
Okay.
I remembered that, and I think it has something to do with Google Chrome.
Yeah, just do
Ah,
Yeah.
TV/WP.
WP admin.
-admin.
Oh, that's right, dash admin. Okay.
So yeah, you can see Teresa's used to the little on the bottom having the little admin link, and she clicks on that one, and then I'm used to, I just type in WP-admin all the time. So she's on her login screen.
And I just typed in my username that you just gave me
And the word
and
password.
I'm going to hit enter. I don't want to remember me because I'm going to change the password anyway.
And now you go back to the users area, which is probably a picture of two people.
The user area, picture of two people. Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, click on the word
Okay.
all users.
Users. Oh, I can't just
Oh,
go
you
to
can
your
do
profile?
your profile, that's right.
Okay, so I'll go
See?
right to my profile.
Yeah, you're teaching me.
And I want blue.
Oh, is that? Oh my gosh, I've just been, I am so serious. I'm like, every time I log into somebody's site and it was blue, I'd be like, what version of WordPress is this?
Oh, how funny.
I completely forgot that you could change the color. Oh my goodness.
You can change the color right there in your profile settings.
Oh, that drives me crazy.
Okay, show toolbar when viewing site, yes. Yada yada, that's my name, that's my There's my website. And AIM, Yahoo, about myself, I think I'll pass on that. My new password. So I will, does it show it up? Oh, there, Bob took it off anyway. Oh, it doesn't show it.
Have you ever been on the phone with like someone, whether you're tech support or something like that, and you say your password out loud as you're typing it in? TJ12765.
That's too funny.
Exclamation point. Oh.
See, that's why. Okay, select this option to turn off WYSIWYG conversion warning in the right menu.
No.
Okay, I'm not going to do that. Update. So I'm going to update. And now, let's see if I can log. Well, now I don't really have to log back on, I guess, but it would be a good test. So I will log out.
Up in that right-hand corner.
Right here. Click on log out. And type back in. Hopefully I didn't mess up didn't fat finger anything. And you know, you can just do that. Good. Yeah. See, you can tell what that is. And boom, it works. Yay! So now I have admin privileges. So if I go here to pages, look at all the pages. And by the way, I wanted to have this capability. If you can come back on me for a second, Bob. I'm going to do a little plug. Come on my face. There I am. I'm just going to do a little plug for our organization here because I wanted to have access to the page so I could update the website and put on there that we won a WAVE award, which is a Western. Oh gosh, I'm going to have to remember what that stands for. Western Audio Visual. Something. I forgot what the E stands for. But anyway, it's an award that is given to public access television programs that are submitted for excellence in programming. So I submitted one of our episodes of Talk of the Town, the pirate show. In case you didn't watch it, you can go check out the website at digitalmoonstudios.com and you can watch the All Things Pirate show of Talk of the Town. And that show won an award with the WAVE. So MHAT, since it was produced here, is the recipient of that award, and me and my crew. And anyway, so that's why I wanted to update, just to put a little plug in there.
Cool.
So you can come learn more about public access television and come join our award-winning group here. So there's our plug.
I'll join our award-winning group. That is pretty cool.
It
I'm
sounds
part
good,
of that
doesn't
award-winning
it?
group.
And
aren't
you
I?
are part of it, and Bob and everybody that's at MHAT. So
cool.
It's a good thing. So now I'm a danger. I might actually go update something.
Yep.
See what happens.
All right, so let me see if I can find what are some of the things that I've been working on with WordPress. I finally finished that site, which is Blue Ribbon Blankets.
Ah, remember when you were working on that?
Yeah, I'll show you what I've kind of ended up with. So I had to end up putting like a little blue bar behind the menu items. They like that. I added this little, I don't even know what you'd call it, but doesn't it kind of give it a look like it's a rounded
Oh yeah,
dimension
like
to
a
it?
bevel.
Yeah. So I just added that. That's just not, it's a real simple thing.
Mm-hmm.
And, oh, remember the whole catalog thing?
Yeah.
You know, they never liked it.
Oh, they didn't like the flipping pages?
No, they were too confused by it.
I thought that was so cool. So how does it look now?
So now you just click on it and you get a downloaded PDF file.
Oh, I think that's more boring. But, you know, it probably is easier to look at. It's bigger. They can do a search. Or could they do a search in your little window that turned the pages? I can't remember.
They can't, well, in a PDF file, they can't. Well, the thing is I mean, this is kind of what I was trying to tell them is the PDF file, all it is scanned images.
Oh, it's not text.
No, because they didn't
so
have
they can't
anything.
do a search.
No.
So, yeah, once you do a PDF, if it's just a scanned-in image, it's like scanning in an image of your W-10 or something. You can't search for an individual word because it's one image.
Right.
It's not individual words. So, oh, well, that's too bad.
Now, here's another thing I did, and if you want to come back over to the site, is they had a question, well, how are people going to know to download it? So what I did was I got a big old picture that says PDF download.
Oh,
and then
that's great.
when you click on it, it just takes them to the same PDF file. And I put pictures of the PDF catalog all throughout so that they can click on it.
So anywhere they click, they're going to download that file?
That's right.
So do they get the option to, because I'm thinking, you know, as a somebody who would probably click on all of them, am I going to get it 4 times?
Well, the second time they click on it, they'd see it was the same one.
Oh, okay. So
They'd be
it
like,
won't say, are you sure you want to download it another time?
No, it literally will just open it up right there for you.
Oh, it'll just, okay. So it'll know it doesn't need to download it.
That's right.
Oh, that's nice. How'd you do that?
In browsers now, when you have a PDF link, it will open it up in the browser.
Oh, well, not all of them. I'll have to argue a little bit with you on
Macs
that.
don't do that.
Oh, maybe it's a Mac thing.
Yeah, maybe Macs.
Yeah, because most of what I do is on a Mac, and it will download it again, and it'll call it 1, 2, 3, because I have done it so many times thinking, did I download that? And then I'll click it again, and then I have cleared out my download window, which Firefox or whatever will create and show you all the things that you've downloaded. But me being clean, crazy woman that I am, I'm always clearing out that cache. So then I go back and look at my download list, and it's got document 1, document 2, document 3. It's all the same thing. It adds another number to it. But
yeah, I know what you're
anyway,
talking about.
yeah.
Well, and then I wanted to show you one thing that I used as that we did a tip on WordPress Wednesday. So what we talked about in another show was this thing called an anchor tag, and an anchor tag identifies a point in the document or an anchor. And what I did was at the very bottom of the document, you can't see it because it's a hidden character. I put what's called an anchor tag right here. The reason why I did that, where the video is up at the top of the document. Over to the right, it says watch, and this just simply links to that anchor tag.
Oh,
Takes you right to the thing.
Oh, and that's how you showed me how to do the links instead of having all the drop-down menus, right?
Right.
In the Poppy Jasper website, I know we went over that I added instead jump points, basically, is what they were.
Yeah.
Within the same page. So, yeah, that was a great tip.
And by the way, one final tip, because I know we're getting close to the thing. Teresa shared this with me. YouTube's stabilizer is the best. Take a video with your camera. Who cares if you're walking around like this? Upload it to YouTube. Click on stabilize, and that puppy just looks professional.
It's great, and it's free, and who knew? And you can edit your whole video up there. I mean, if you don't want to spend the money to buy a video editor, and you have basic cuts, transitions, credits, lower thirds, like this is what you're seeing right here on the screen. That's called a lower third, where it has my name. Credits at the end of the movie or whatever. You can do all that in YouTube. I don't want to, I'm not getting paid to tout YouTube, but it's
great.
Really kind of powerful for what you get. It's all free.
All right. Well, thank you very much. WordPress Wednesday.
Yep.
Come every Wednesday, 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock, and we'll be here talking about WordPress.
Don't we need to thank Rosie's at the beach for Brews and Wings.
That's where we'll be. Rosie's at the beach, Brews and Wings. And if you're around, see you there. So I think what we're doing is we're trying to hope that maybe credits will start rolling. And
There they go.